Alrighty. I do believe we are ready. The Dots Pretzels, Menards, NGK, Gunk, Lucas Oil, Meyer Trucking, Hot Rod Coming to Life, and Robin Samsel there on the left-hand side. Those of you that are still with us on dragracer.tv, thanks for hanging on board. We're about ready to go one more time. Miss Rachel looking for a final round date with her sister in the next round of eliminations. Robin Samsel looking to upspoil the family affair. Samsel, who finished the 2018 season with a couple of final round appearances, hasn't been back to the finals yet here in 2019. Robin right now, the Indiana runner for Justice Brothers and Good Sam. Good to see what he can do. Would love to upspoil the family love to spoil the family reunion in that final round. Samsel over on the left, the number 3 qualifier to 5:35. Rachel Meyer, the number 2 qualifier to 5:33. A couple of injected nitro machines. Gonna rip and snort their way down the quarter mile here at Heartland Motorsports Park. See who's gonna run Megan. Rachel rolls in, Robin. Nitro cackling from both pipes, and it is going to be Robin Samsel on a hole shot. 5:32, 260 miles an hour. Rachel is 5:28 at 270. Check out the numbers at the other end of the racetrack, though. The true margin of victory for Robin Samsel and crew, 25 ten-thousandths of a second, as they both cross the finish line at over 260 miles an hour. Robin grabbing a little bit on the starting line with a better reaction time. Rachel Meyer had the quicker car all the way down the racetrack. 230 miles an hour at half track for Rachel, 225 for Samsel. Neither driver giving up at a 25 ten-thousandths margin of victory for Robin down at the other end of the racetrack. Megan Meyer, Robin Samsel, going to meet up tomorrow later in the finals of Alcohol Dragster. So Robin doing what he needed to do, jumped on it at the starting line, carries it through to the finish line. 5:32.1 for a 260 mile an hour hole shot win over Rachel's 5:28 at 270. So our finals are set for Alcohol Dragster. Alcohol Funny Car getting ready to come up next. Wow. 25 ten-thousandths at the stripe. And a big round of applause needs to go to all the crew and all the guys that worked so diligently to bring that racetrack back. 5:32 and 5:28, the quickest Samsel's been all weekend. The quickest Rachel has been all weekend as well. Kirk Williams comes rolling in now. Take on Chris Houle. Kirk over on the right-hand side of the racetrack, the Ward Luke Construction. Firebird that we've talked earlier. We've talked often about Kirk Williams, the Breeze brothers, the ability to do what they do. Limited operation. Don't get to come out and play at all the events like the big boys do. But when Williams shows up and rolls through the gate, you have to take notice of his presence on the ground. Chris Houle out of the number 2 qualifying spot. 560 and 557. C-Tech Manufacturing, Camaro there in the left-hand lane. On paper, it's a Chris Houle race. On reality, this is a pickup. 2 very good, very talented drivers. 2 crews, albeit Chris Houle's crew, limited to him and his brother. 2 crews very adept to getting down racetracks. The Breeze brothers, Kirk and Chris Williams. Here on the O'Reilly side of the racetrack. Chris Houle there in the left-hand lane. The RPMs will spin up. He'll be off the end run. Chris Houle, 560, 261 miles an hour, and another great drag race. 54 ten-thousandths of a second, the margin of victory. Houle, 560 and 261. Kirk Williams tried to emulate Robin Samsel, stealing some on the starting line. Just ran out of 1,320 feet to catch Chris Houle. 567, 255 by Kirk. Great run down the racetrack. Both cars just a skosh over that 200-mile-an-hour mark. But Chris Houle, Kevin Houle, and the C-Tech Manufacturing crew headed for the final round with that run. And again, the margin of victory, 0-0-5-4. 5 thousandths of a second, 54 ten-thousandths of a second to put them into the finals. Houle with that 560 lap has gone 560 with an 8. 560 with an 8 and a 557.4. Now, who is Chris Houle going to run? Should be Scott McVeigh taking on Steve Burke. Unfortunately, Scott McVeigh, your number 8 qualifier, broke a couple of lifters, took out the camshaft in the power plant, and the runner out of Manitoba, Canada, not able to answer the bell. Steve Burke, who got in as an alternate for William Bernard, with 1 lap down the racetrack to try and get into the field, is now going to the final round. Corpus Christi, Texas-based machine. Dark specialist entry. Brad Anderson combination. Right now, all they need to do is stage, take the green light, and they're into the finals. But Burke and crew, who after struggling to get a 594 for the number 9 qualifying spot, right now just want to get another lap down the racetrack, give themselves some numbers to work with for their final round confrontation. We know it's Houle. We know it's Burke. We know Chris went 560. Steve Burke got a 550 something up his sleeve. And he take lane choice away for the finals. Oh, that sounded good for a while, and then it went bang down there on the other end. You could hear it about the 1,000-foot mark. He was 206 miles an hour at half track, same as Chris Houle on that run. The short numbers for Steve Burke. The car was making a lap down the racetrack. They've got some work to do to get ready for the finals, but that 589, 202-mile-an-hour lap will give them some numbers to work with going into the finals. Alrighty. And I have received official word that we will finalize Alcohol Dragster and Alcohol Funny Car tomorrow. So our finals are set with Megan and Robin Samsel. Our finals are set in Funny Car with Chris Hool and Steve Burke. But we are done for the evening. And again, tip of the cap to everybody on the NHRA Lucas Oil Drag Racing Tour and all the staff here at Heartland Motorsports Park. Great cleanup down there in the shutdown area and at the finish line. Great way to bring a racetrack back. 5 thousandths of a second margin of victory, 2 thousandths of a second margin of victory in our semifinal matchups. That's some pretty good racetrack prep, boys and girls. Certainly do appreciate all your all's hard work out there to bring us back our racetrack. Super Street, you will be out first at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. At this stage of the game, the schedule revision is still being finalized, but we do know that Super Street, you will be out first tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. As soon as we get a schedule, we'll get it posted online on the internet, on the website, and, of course, on Facebook where, well, everybody pretty much looks. Then everybody can share with everybody, and we'll know what tomorrow's going to be. But right now we know we're going to be busy tomorrow. Super Street starting us off. And on behalf of everybody here at Heartland Motorsports Park, Will, Joey, Warren, myself, I want to thank everybody for hanging in there and hanging with us. Everybody on dragracer.tv. Whew. I think we finally put a cap on this day. And look at that. I got my voice back. Woo-hoo. See if I can keep it around for tomorrow. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Super Street, 8 a.m. Chapel service at 7. Good night.